Hello everyone, this is going to be a reading, finding out about whatever person is on your mind, what are the messages from their higher self. Because sometimes we know that there are deeper feelings or deeper meanings or things unsaid, but that person is just not willing to say those things, or even they might not even be aware. So this is not going to be connecting with your person, with their mind, their heart. It's specifically their highest self. So it may be different from what you're experiencing now, but this is just to get to the root, the truth of how they really feel. So this is specific. This can be for anybody on your mind, but I intended it specifically for people who, whether you're in contact with them or not, there's a lot being unsaid, or there's a lot hidden, or there's a lot that they're not communicating. So this is not really meant for someone who you're in really great contact with, you know how they feel, what they think. But again, it can be for anyone. Our person's higher self thoughts. So for our piles, for number 1, we have this. It's like a dark kind of red color. And the helpful, ask for help, number 26. And for pile 2, we have the careful, number 13. Take good care of yourself, with this Insta Dry, this pretty color. And then number 3, or pile 3, this like bubblegum pink with the playful. Have fun and be playful, number 11. And then pile 4, these sparkles mermaid magic. And I'm just gonna tell you about this a little. It's one of those nail polishes where you need lots of layers. Like one layer, it barely shows any sparkles. So if that's relevant at all to your pile, you will know. And the card is number 15, the graceful. Be graceful. Also, I almost forgot to mention, there's going to be 2 parts to this reading. So first you'll pick out of these piles, and then I have a second option just so we can really get specific about. So there's going to be, so you're gonna first pick one of these, okay? And then you're gonna pick one of these, and I'll have all the timestamps below. So for the second piles, there's gonna be this, option 1, which is this purple fluorite. Then option 2, meteorite. And then option 3, this rhodochrosite, I think is how you say it. Kind of looks like a heart or a bicycle seat. That's what it looks like to me, or a pie. Okay, so you're gonna first pick 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then let's make the other ones A, B, and C so they don't get confused. So 1, 2, 3, 4, A, B, and C. So you're gonna pick a number and then a letter. And I will see you in pile 1. Okay, for pile 1, those that chose this dark reddish shade and the helpful, ask for help, this is going to be messages directly from the person on your mind's highest self. 7 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands in reverse, 38, 4th chakra, Archangel Raphael, the World, number 29, and Rest and Rejuvenation in reverse, number 19. Okay, this person, their higher self, wants you to know that they, like their physical self, has been juggling many options in their mind, which is not allowing their soul to rest. So this person could feel energetically restless. Even if they physically don't appear restless, it's like you can just feel it in their energy. There's some restlessness, some like anxious energy within them. And that's due to them being back and forth about something. But I feel like this is hidden. They're not able to move on from something until it's healed. Right now, your person's higher self is actually having trouble connecting with them. Or it's like the person doesn't want to allow any type of influence, even if it's their own higher self. They're very closed off in their heart space right now. There could be secrets, there could be shadiness, but this person's higher self sees it all. So if this person is lying to you, gaslighting you, or anyone else, their higher self wants you to know that they do see it. They do see what's happening. They are aware and they know what they're doing. But I feel like the higher self knows, but I don't know if the person fully understands. It's like, okay, I'm getting this person's soul is in danger, which might be why the card was the helpful ask for help, because I feel like, and what I mean by that, in danger is, it's like they've cut themselves off so much from their heart, but it's like that's where you connect to everything. Like if you're not connected to that, you're basically just almost like an empty vessel, or like how they say NPCs. You're like, I'm hearing dislocate. You dislocate from your body. Your soul dislocates from your body. And you just kind of are this vessel. And your soul is somewhere else, totally disconnected. And it's like the further that disconnects, the harder it's going to be to get back. And I just feel like this person, it's like they've cut off something that they need. Like they've cut off, it's almost like they've cut off their own oxygen, and they're just getting less and less, and they're slowly like killing themselves, but not physically, it's like spiritually. And this person, also their higher self wants you to know that this person has been in this same loop for lifetimes. It's like they just aren't able to break it or break free from it. And it's not that they're not able to, but it's like they're not choosing to. They just keep choosing over and over to push away from it, which keeps them in this constant loop. It's not even that this person has a stubborn soul. It's just like refusing to, it's like they're refusing to admit that they're wrong. And so they just go more and more into that they're right. And it's like they just keep going further and further in that direction for lifetimes. Like their soul is very tangled, is what I'm hearing. Like it's like a web tangled in this tight knot, tangled over lifetimes and lifetimes. But this person, it's not like they're trapped or they're like in a spiritual prison. Like this is completely up to them. Like at any time, like they have options, they have choices, but they're just not choosing them. They're just choosing to repeat the same thing over and over and over for infinity, it feels like. I feel like it's on a soul level, but it's starting to seep into their physical and really kind of destroy their physical life now. This one is hard to connect to, because I feel like this person's higher self, that's how they feel like it's hard to connect. It's like this person's higher self feels like they want to show them and to help them, but they're just not allowing them to. Like this energy won't allow anyone to help them, because it's like this. It's like they don't want to change. That's why they're not. It's kind of like someone who, let's say they have a bad addiction, and so many people in their lives are like, we want to help you, like we want to help you get rid of this, beat this, whatever. But it's like they don't want to quit. So they're like, I'm not, like everyone else wants me to. And it almost makes them more defensive. Like the more they can, because this person, they can feel these energies and people encouraging them to change and to choose a different choice, but that just pushes them. That almost, it's like they take every single thing and use it as an excuse to go more into the direction they're already going in. They won't allow anything to change their course or change their path. And it's like, why? It's like they're just on this hamster wheel. But it is getting to a point. So I'm thinking of a star, like when a star, they go through their life cycle, and at the end they have the supernova. It's like this person is like a star in a way, like their soul, like we're all stars. It's not just this person, but like let's think of it like they're a star. And even though stars last a very long time, they do burn out as well, and they do have an end. And it's like this person is nearing their, like I can't remember their stages. It's like first, like there's a red dwarf, a white dwarf, I don't remember, but it's like there's stages leading up to the supernova, to the explosion. And it's like they're going into one of those stages now, into that first stage of like getting to their end, but not like necessarily physical end, death, but like their spirit is getting to the end. But I don't know exactly what that means. Spirits don't die. But maybe like transcend. It's not like some spirit has given up on this person, but it's like this person is not going to, I'm hearing they're defective, but it's like because they're choosing to be. And I don't know what's gonna happen. Because I feel like it's uncertain, because this person still has time to make a choice, to make a different choice. But it's like they're running out of time. And I honestly can't tell what's gonna happen when that time comes up, but I feel like that's too far into the future. We're meant to focus on right now, which is the fact that they do have another choice. So basically, if you've been trying to help this person, if you've been trying to get through to them, if you like, and you just can't, and it feels impossible, don't feel bad or feel like it's you or like you're not trying enough, because literally their own highest self, their own guides, they're like, they can't even get through to them. So like, don't be hard on yourself if you can't. And I'm just hearing like lost cause. Like this person, I'm hearing, okay, so for some of you, whoever this person is to you, you may feel obligated to them in some way. Like maybe they're a family member, maybe they're a parent, or even a child that's grown or something like that. But whoever it is, you could feel like you have this obligation to help them, or like if you just let them go, that would be abandoning them or leaving them behind, and you just can't do that. But this person's higher self wants you to know that they're just saying, it's okay to let me go. You can let me go, because it's like, it's so beyond anything you could do. Like there's nothing you could do or intervene in this person's life, in this person's energy, to make them change. It has to be them choosing to, and literally they're not. At this point, they're not. So I feel like spirit is just telling, their higher self is telling you, you can let me go. It's okay. You are under no obligation. Like whatever contract or soul tie you felt you had to this person, it's cleared, it's covered, like it's cut, it's done. You are safe, you are free to walk away. And I feel like it's gonna obviously be hard, because you do care about this person, but there's nothing, you have to kind of see it from a higher perspective. And this person may even try to guilt you if you do try and walk away, but I just feel like it's like beyond you. Like it's beyond the manager, it's beyond the CEO. Like only God can take care of this. Like there's nothing anyone can do. So this does feel hard, like emotionally hard, but I think for someone that picked this pile, you really just needed to know that you can let this person go. It's okay. You're not under any obligation to fix them, change them, heal them. You've done all you can. You've done more than enough. And there's really nothing more you can let them go, is the final message. So don't forget to also check out your second pile, the A, B, or C, for more clarification, but this is all that I'm getting for this pile. So I hope you enjoyed, and you can do this. This is what I'm hearing. You can do this. You've got this. You are strong enough. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. For those who picked pile 2, the Insta-Dry and the card, the Careful, take good care of yourself, this is going to be your pile for your person's higher self. What do they want to say to you? 8 of Swords, Queen of Swords, the Lovers, the Thinking Man, Cornucopia, both in reverse, and Caring Connections. Okay, so interesting that we got both the Lovers, Caring Connections, and the Careful. Okay, plus we have the 2 Swords. Okay, so for someone, this person, you've spent lifetimes with them. This is not your first lifetime with them. You guys are soulmates, whatever type of soulmate that may be. Like if you feel like this person is your twin flame, your twin flame. Like I'm not saying it's a specific, I'm just saying you guys do have a soul connection that has taken place longer or more lives than just this one. And I feel like you've really helped this person, is what I'm hearing. So this is what their higher self is saying to you. You've really helped them physically, spiritually, like in lifetimes. And I feel like their higher self is saying, whatever the situation may be in this lifetime with this person, their higher self is always looking out for you, protecting you, and helping you. So, and it's because you guys are tied together, and also because you've done so much for this person's soul. And it's almost like you guys have this spiritual relationship, like you're in a way spiritually married. But if this isn't like a romantic person to you at all, then it's just, you could think of it like, if not a marriage, you could think of it like a parent and a child, but just this energy of like, you want to help the other, like you want to be there for them. It's not like an obligation or a job or a chore. It's like it's how how you feel about someone you really care about, like your partner or your child or something like that. It's like you want to help them, you want to be there for them. And that's how this person's higher self feels about you. And so if you feel unimportant to this person, or if you feel left out, or whatever they may be putting you through in the physical world, their higher self never wants you to doubt that they're always on team you. Like whatever your name is, their team, that like they're always on your side. They'll always be supporting you and guiding you too. So I just noticed this butterfly here. So if you see butterflies, and also this card has butterflies in it. So if you see butterflies, or even feathers, then that could be specifically white feathers, but any color. That could be signs directly from your person's higher self, encouraging you. So also, like how the sun is kind of going to the crystal, like if some of you have crystals hanging up and you let the sunlight come through and it makes rainbows, like that magical feeling is like how this person's higher self feels about you. Like they love and admire you so much, and they're like, I don't want to say bound to you because that sounds like it's forced, but they're just forever connected to you. Like through all lifetimes, they'll always be there. So Also, there's feathers there, I just noticed. So even black feathers, striped feathers. And I feel like this person's higher self works with your angels, your guardian angels, guardian entities. Like they're in communication, they're all working together. This person's higher self feels like it could be an angel. Like it's, their higher self has some type of significance, like some big, and so does yours. And that's why like you guys are together in this, but it's like you guys are part of something higher up or like higher ranking than just the average soul. That's funny. I just feel like there's a lot of hope, not hope, but like there's so much good. It's like no matter what happens in this relationship, no matter what's going on, there's such a strong foundation. It's like nothing could ever mess it up. Nothing could ever F it up is what I'm hearing specifically. So nothing could ever, it's like no matter what, you're safe. You guys are safe. You guys are connected. You guys are together. And this person's higher self loves when you choose you. Like there's never a situation where like they want you to choose the person instead of you. Like they always want you to put yourself first. They always want you to take good care of yourself. They want you to love and honor you. And if you haven't been doing that, or you know that you need to do that more, then this is definitely a sign for you. I think this person's higher self is saying like there may have been stalls or delays in the physical. I'm just getting that however you perceive the physical, it's not that bad. Like it's not, you may be thinking it's worse than it is, or that there's just this underlying feeling of like it's safe, you're safe. It's like a kid, they're playing at the park and they're not worried they're going to be lost or kidnapped because they know their parent is watching them the whole time. Like the whole time they have their eye on them. So the kid can feel free to play. And even if they fall and get hurt, they're going to be okay. Their parent is right there. So it's kind of like that. Like if you've been worried or anxious about your connection with this person's higher self wants you to know and feel that you are safe in this connection. Because, okay, so this person's higher self is almost asking you for a little favor, giving you the option to help, and you're under no obligation. It's not your problem, it's not your job, but they know that you would probably want to. So that's why they're saying, if you want to help this person, what you need to do is to set the energetic tone or standard, and this person will follow. So you be the leader right now is what this person's higher self is telling you. Don't look to this person to be the leader. They're not in a position to right now, okay? You can be, though. You are in a position to. So you can lead the both of you, not just spiritually, but physically, to this abundance, this happiness, this joy, this lighter feeling. Because there's, this darkness, but then there's the lightness as well. So this person's higher self wants you to know that you can help them by, first of all, not worrying about the situation, because they need you to be connected to this higher place that you already are. But when you start to have doubts and worries and fears, that disconnects you. So stay connected by knowing, letting this be the only confirmation you need that all is well in this connection, and it ebbs and flows, and when you trust, this person can trust. So you're like the lighthouse, and they're out in the middle of a storm, they don't know if they'll survive. You've already been given the advice. You're a prophet, let's say. You've been given the knowledge that they will survive. So you're not worried for them because you know everything's going to be okay. You are the lighthouse, so you guide them back to safety, even though you know they're safe, but they need help getting there, getting to that knowledge, to that understanding. So be strong and sturdy in your own energy right now and be the light that is guiding them by taking care of yourself, focusing on yourself, and being the best you can possibly be. And that is what is going to help them, because you have the ability to be connected to spirit in a way that they aren't able to at this time. So you have the information that they need, but you're not going to be able to tell it to them. You have to show it to them. You have to be it. You have to embody it. Because when you embody it, nobody can argue it. People can argue with your words. People even argue with facts, but they can't argue with what is right there currently taking place, you know? And when you become it, that's when you become the energy that can't be argued with. So it's saying you can do that, and it doesn't want you to feel obligated. Like I said, it's just because they want to make sure you know that you're not responsible for helping this person figure it out, even if you are so connected on a soul level. Even so, that their life is their responsibility and theirs alone. That's something else you need to understand. It's not your burden, and you don't need to take it hard on yourself if you're not able to help, or if you haven't been able to help them, or if the things you've been doing haven't been working. You don't need to feel like you're failing, because it's not. Like they want to say you're not their spirit guide. Okay, you're a human too. Like maybe your higher self could be, their spirit guide, but you in your human form are not supposed to be their guide. You're not supposed to worry about them like that. You're supposed to focus on yourself. But it just feels like another round is coming, I heard. But not like repeating the same thing, but just that energy of the ebb and flow. So I guess that part is repeating, but it's new every time. It's like what the ocean brings is new every time. So you just be the sand right now. Let them be the tides that are coming back. But just know that it's happening, and it's like it's not even a maybe. It's like it just is that way. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to pick your A, B, or C pile for even more detailed messages. And I will see you next time. Pile number 3, this bubblegum pink with the playful number 11. Have fun and be playful. So what is your person's higher self wanting you to know, wanting to tell you? 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, the Sun, Happy Family in reverse, and Archangel Chamuel, 3rd chakra. So first I'm being drawn to the OPI. So if those are significant initials for you, it could be for someone. Okay, or even it could be for October, pumpkins, I don't know. Anyway, the fact that this is like, the color's pink, and like it's the playful, and all this yellow, and like sunshine, rainbows, it definitely has a really good, playful, cheery, happy vibe. This could be someone who is like your best friend, or like your soulmates are best, or your souls are each other's best friends. So maybe your higher self and their higher self are besties in the spirit realm. Maybe not at all in this realm, but This could, okay, so for some of you, this feels like someone who you have like kind of a love-hate relationship with. Like it could be like your sister or like a cousin or a parent, even a friend, anyone, but you just like, you have a deep connection to them. It does feel more like family. Doesn't have to be, of course, but it feels definitely a strong, if they're not blood family, then there's someone who feels like your family. But it feels like it's definitely sometimes hot and cold between you and this person. Okay, so right away, they're wanting to tell you that like something is in the works. Like they're planning something. And this person's higher self is very like high energy, always doing something. Like you'll never just see them sitting doing nothing. The energy is very like always planning something in the middle of this. Like they're just on top of it. Like, but they're not stressed. They can handle it and they enjoy it. They enjoy the busyness. So, and I feel like whatever this is, it feels like a celebration. Like I'm literally, in my mind, I'm seeing Party City. Like they're going to party. This person's higher self is going to Party City, I guess, in the spirit realm. And I don't know, buying supplies. I don't know why specifically Party City, but that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like confetti. So it's like planning a surprise party, like an exciting thing, an exciting event. And it feels like happiness after a long time of sadness, isolation, loss, despair. It's like the sun coming up after the longest night. But this situation feels like it revolves around family, home life, which has not been happy lately. This is just like the next plan or the next step in your timeline. Like this is just fated to happen right now. It could be something to do astrologically, something with like an aspect to your sun or Jupiter, I'm hearing. I really don't know anything about astrology, but I just sometimes channel random things like that about it. So I couldn't tell you what those mean. If you're not already sitting pretty, do so, because like this person's higher self is really excited to surprise you, to give this to you. Like it's kind of like when someone is sad and like you have a surprise that you know is going to cheer them up, but you just have to wait a little bit longer because like it's all in the works, but like you're there for them, like comforting them, but you just know they're about to be so happy, but like it's kind of a secret. So like that's how they're seeing you right now. So if this situation is with this person that I'm talking about, like let's say they're a family member and you guys are maybe not talking right now, or there's just been some fight or something that has drawn you guys apart or hurt your relationship, then this, whatever this surprise is, it's like a big thing that's gonna heal it and take it to the next level. Like take it to a deeper level, a more loving level. I really don't feel any negative, harsh energy from this pile at all. Like, so if you are feeling negativity and harshness from this person, like it doesn't even exist to their higher self. Like it's not even, it's so small. Like this person could even just be being really petty or making a big deal out of something that they really shouldn't be making a big deal of. But if that is the case, then it's nothing to do with you. You're just so close to them that sometimes people project on those that are the closest to their heart, because that's who unconsciously they feel safest to let that side of themselves out. It's like, because sometimes it doesn't make sense. Like, why does the person who loves this person the most get treated the worst, you know? But it's a similar concept to why children maybe act the worst around their mom, because they feel safest around them. Like maybe they act okay in public, but then or like at other people's houses, and then they get to their house and the mom's like, why are you so, like, why do you act out here, you know? But it's like because they know they can, and they're still going to be loved at the end of the day. And so this person's higher self wants you to know that if you are hurt by like something they've done or said or how they're acting, just know that, and this isn't to excuse their behavior, it's just to help you understand it so you don't take it so personally. Okay. That's confirmation for something, I don't know what. But, so yeah, don't take this personally. Just like, it's not personal to me that I have to have this loud noise outside. It's just someone, you know, taking care of the grass. It's not, they're not trying to annoy me. They're not trying to ruin my video. It's just whatever. So this person's higher self wants you to know that, first of all, they want to thank you for how you love this person, how you show up for this person, and like on a soul level, like your soul is so advanced, I'm hearing, advanced and open and like really healing and loving towards this person. So first of all, this person's higher self just says thank you. Like, thank you for all you do for me. It doesn't go unnoticed at all. If by this person, not by me. So, and also this person's higher self wants you to know the only reason that they treat you in ways that you're like, why are they doing this? Like, I can't understand. It's so mean, or it's only because you're the only person that their demons feel safe to come out around. And so, and that doesn't mean you have to take it, and that doesn't mean you have to let that happen. It's just, that's why it's happening. That's why they act the way they do. That's why it's not because of anything you are or aren't doing. It's literally just because they feel so safe and loved and accepted by you unconditionally. Like, they could do anything and they know you would still be there because your love runs that deep. This higher self wants you to also understand how powerful you are, and like try to look at it as more empowering. Like not just anyone has the ability to love that deeply, that people's dark side can come out and feel accepted and feel seen and feel understood. And so the fact that you're even someone who that can happen to, like, feel empowered by that. Like, they don't want you to, because this could also happen with other people in your life. Like, this could just be a theme in your life where people, and you can't understand the reason because you've never done anything to them, but they just treat you so badly, or like they seem to be nice to everyone else, but to you, it's like this other side of them comes out. But this is why. It's because you make people's darkness feel okay for once, feel loved, feel like they don't have to hide and like be ashamed, and that they can come out. If you think of it in that perspective, it's gonna help you to not feel so down or so sad when people treat you this way. And you could be a life path 1, you could have significant placements in your first house, but I just feel like you are meant to be, you could even have Leo placements, like Leo Venus, rising sun. So you are meant to be a light and a guide to others. And your lightness, or your light, shines on their darkness, and their darkness feels seen. But that, on a soul level, that their darkness is happy to be seen. That's what it wanted all along. That's what it needed, to be loved, accepted, seen, validated. But on a physical level, it doesn't feel good. People don't like that feeling of the parts of themselves they try so hard to hide, to go unnoticed by others, and then all of a sudden it's just being brought up to the surface. Like, they can't even control it. It's just coming out of them. Like word vomit, but like spiritual vomit. So that's why people, it's like your light, you don't even have to try. It's just who you are. Your lightness, it makes it so their darkness can't hide anymore. So it's like both freeing and terrifying for them. And that's why they react the way they do. So thank you for your service is what they're saying. And like, thank you for all that you're going to continue to do. They're just very, like, you're such a light. You're a literal angel incarnate. So don't get discouraged by how others treat you. It's not a reflection of you. It's literally their own darkness reflected. So yes, that's all for this reading. Don't forget to check out your second part of the reading, A, B, or C. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. So for pile 4, those who chose the sparkly mermaid magic and the graceful, be graceful, number 15. So before I started grabbing this, I felt called to grab an amethyst and put it by my third eye. So you could be drawn to amethyst at this time, or just in general, could be a stone you like or a stone that could be helpful for you to work with. Anyway, here are message, and I'm hearing that's the first message from this person's higher self. They're saying like, that would help you, yes. You're specifically connect to them, connect to spirit, connect with your third eye. Even putting it under your pillow at night, sleeping with it. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. 2 of Swords. King of Cups in reverse. Goddess of the Moon, number 52. Adjacent Possibilities reverse, number 24. And Door to Value, number 13 reversed. Okay, right away, I just feel like something about like movie star, like the sparkles and the red and the money is just giving me like Hollywood movie star type energy. So, or like someone who's like a performer, like a dancer, like a performance artist of some kind, or just someone who in their daily life. So this could be you, but I feel like this is probably the person whose higher self we're channeling. So this person could be just, they have like a whimsical nature, or like they're the type who wouldn't just walk down the street. They might skip down the street, or like do a little spin, or like kind of almost childlike, but just like that part of like making every moment kind of fun, and not in an annoying way. It's just like who they are. Like they may be a little distracted, little ADHD, but they're actually just very in tune and in flow with life. They're not caught up in the past or the future. They're just very present. And if that doesn't sound like the person, if you're like, no, this person never smiles, then this is how their higher self is. And so the farther they are from that, what I just described, is like shows the distance between them and their true self, their true nature, basically. So if that's not how they are, that's how their soul wants to be. That's how their highest self is. So you may also be kind of a similar energy. So that's why you guys connect. And maybe it's like you seem like opposites, but it's actually you have a similar soul signature is what I'm hearing, a similar soul signature. But like you show this part of yourself and they keep it hidden. So it seems like you guys are opposite, but you're not. It could be like that type of dynamic. So what I get also right away is that this person, they may have shamed you a lot for being this way, because they have shamed themselves for being that way, because someone in their life shamed them for it. So it's like just this pattern continuing. But like their higher self wants you to know, if they've ever made you feel bad for this part of yourself, felt stupid, felt like, it's literally just a projection of how they were made to feel about that part of themselves. Not excusing it, just saying this is why. So, and you may know that, you may recognize that and be like, I can tell, like they are not acting like how they want to be. So, but if you didn't know, then this, and you didn't know why they were like making fun of you or making you feel bad for these parts of yourself, or making you feel like you need to grow up, or whatever they said, it's really because it's so triggering to see that part that they've denied in themselves, and seeing someone so freely. It's kind of like someone who's unhealed and they have that jealous feeling, like they see somebody else have something and they think they can't have it, and so they feel that frustration of wanting something that they feel is impossible to get, and that frustration is projected onto that person even though it has nothing to do with them. It's kind of like that. So this person, rather than understanding that if you can be that way, they can too. Or even if they want to be that way, they can too. For any reason, they can be that way. They don't realize that. Their physical self doesn't realize that at the moment. They're just thinking that they're in that rage, that anger level of feeling. So they're not able to feel like understanding, empathy. And I feel like this person's inner self or inner child, this part of them that is this way, this like whimsical, playful way, it is growing and growing, and it's like getting louder. Like it's going from a kid, like a little inner child, to like an angry inner teenager, like, hey, let me out. Like this part really wants to come out, and the urge is only getting, the urge is only getting stronger. So this person could be acting out more, or like acting more triggered, or like treating you extra bad. And it's because this part of them is like really adamant about breaking out and breaking free. And they're like trying everything to hold this part back because it's painful for them. It's like physically, like it hurts. It's so sad. It's physically painful because it's like all that shame, all that, like, okay, think about this. That moment, they're describing it as like losing their innocence. Like that moment where they go from, I'm being myself and I'm experiencing life, and I'm wrong for this way. I'm wrong for being me. I'm wrong for how I view life, how I experience it. I'm wrong. I'm bad. I need to hide. So it's like in that moment, that shift, that moment is energetically stuck within them, and it's like being pushed to the surface. So it's extremely triggering for them right now. And I feel like the full moon that just happened really like broke this through even more. So it could have like completely broke it open. So this person, if it's likely that if they're not already going through this, then they're about to, of like this overflow of emotions. Like they're about to go through kind of a dark night of the soul, but it's going to be short. It's just going to be like this release. Like they could like spend 3 days just crying, for example. But it's not going to be like a months, years long. It's not going to be long like that. It's just like all this needing to be released and like having to face this pain. So this is just going to happen. Like it's not a maybe, or it's not like if you do this, you can help this happen. It's just going to happen. Because this person is at a point in their life where their soul can't move forward until they face these things. Like there's things they want to do, and there's things that their soul is calling them to do, and they want to go in that direction, but they have these blocks, and these are the blocks. This is why. It's this feeling, this shame about being themselves. But there's a lot, it's like I'm hearing their whole life is waiting on the other side. On the other side of this is the rest of their whole life, the rest of their entire life, and everything is on the other side. There's nothing left on the side that they're on. I really feel like you're not being guided to intervene in any way, or like to try to go out of your way to be there for this person. Like if spirit wants you to help this person, then you will know and you'll be guided to at just the right time. But like for now, I feel like you're not being guided to do that or to intervene. It's like you just kind of got to let them deal with this. This is like, it's very painful again for them, but it's very necessary. It's like one of those moments that changes your life forever, but like it had to happen. And it's something you would have never wanted to happen or chosen to happen. But after it happens, looking back, you can see why it was necessary and how important it really was. This person has a lot of abundance, a lot of happiness. Like how I said before, everything is waiting on the other side. So they may be like on some level like in hell right now, but like they're going towards heaven. Like they're going towards the light. But yeah, it's just like if you're feeling overwhelmed or like there's something you should be doing to help them or something you should be doing to move this along, there's really nothing. Like you don't need to worry about it. It's not your job. It's not your, like, it's literally not just, like, they're actually saying stay away from this. Like, don't, like, actually kind of stay away right now. That's really all I'm getting for this pile. So I hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget to pick your A, B, or C pile for more details, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Okay, so for the second part of the reading, the A, B, and C pile. So for A, the purple fluorite, these are going to be your further details about your person or about whatever their higher self wants to say. So 5 of Swords, Queen of Swords, and Page of Pentacles. Okay, this person, their higher self is saying right now, I know I've been insert whatever word you want, but like they know, okay? They haven't been acting right. They haven't been treating you right. Just they haven't been doing right in life in general. Like it's not just you that they're not treating right. Like it's just they're not taking care of anything. They're not taking care of their business. They're not taking care of anything that they're supposed to, not even taking care of themselves. This person is kind of like, I know you're right. I just, I can't just come out and say that to you though. Like, you are right. I just need some time to get over my own ego, to get over the blow to my own ego that I just had to accept that, yeah, you are right. And then I had to realize it's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's about the point you were trying to make. And I can see that now. I see what you were trying to tell me before. I couldn't see it before because I was just seeing you as competition. I was just seeing you as something that I couldn't agree with because agreeing to you meant denying myself. And I couldn't do that. But now I see that's not what it was about at all. And the only reason I perceived as such was my perspective was fear-based. It was ego-based. So I was missing the point completely. I caused a lot of unnecessary problems because of it, caused drama, and I know I made your life harder than it should have been. I know I added to the stress even though you were already going through a lot, and I'm sorry. And I'm growing. I'm becoming the person I need to be so that I can tell you this in person, not just through my higher self. I'm growing stronger. I know you're going to be proud of me. I'm willing to do whatever I need to show you that I've changed. And I want to thank you for believing in me because it helped me to believe in myself again. Just knowing that you believed in me, it gave me extra hope for the future. And in time, I'll really, really understand how much you positively impacted my life, and I'll be so thankful. But just know that I am, on a spiritual level, I am. And I do see all that you've done. And I'm not going to cause problems anymore. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to grow up. I'm going to do what I need to do, get stuff done, and I'm going to make you really proud. I know you already believe in me, and I'm going to show you why that was the right choice. I'm going to prove you right when you believed in me. So thank you. So that's a message that just came through real quick. I'm going to pull some messages from, or some words Okay. So, love, the act of giving is more important than receiving. And I guess this is how life goes. Are we really in control? So yeah, this person is definitely shifting right now. A positive shift, a much needed shift. So yeah, okay. Thank you for watching. All right, pile B, who chose the meteorite. This is gonna be it's pretty much a channel message, because that's what the last one was. So channel message from your person's higher self. 3 of Wands in reverse, Ace of Wands, and Page of Wands, or Knight of Wands, but I'm reading as Page. So, okay, this person is just saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. First of all, they just want to get that through. Like, if they could tell you anything, that's what it would be, because they just really, really love you a lot. This person's higher self is very like hugs, kisses, like won't ever let you go. I treasure you. You are my companion, not just in this life, but in all lives across space and time. I appreciate your soul, who you are. You make me better. I like who we are when we're together. I am holding up a mirror and I'm seeing myself for the first time. I'm starting to see myself in a new light, because I'm not judging myself. I'm accepting all of me, light and dark. And I'm appreciating me, light and dark. But now that I'm aware of what I look like, I see how I was projecting onto others and onto you. I feel like I've been deceived. I've been deceiving myself. But now I see the truth. Now I understand. Now I know. This also has Sagittarius energy. I always want to know the truth. Sometimes I try to hide from it, but the truth is, I would rather know, even if it's hard. I just forget that sometimes. But my higher self always reminds me. I know I didn't show up for you in the past like you deserved, but I need you to know it wasn't because of you. It wasn't because you didn't deserve it, or because I didn't care about you that much. It was just because that's all I could do. I couldn't possibly do more than that. That's all I was capable of in that moment, or in those times. I've always seen you as a light and as nothing but pure love. That's who you are to me, love embodied. And I know my actions haven't always shown that that's how I feel. And it doesn't make sense, but your love is so strong that sometimes it triggers parts of me that I don't feel like I have control over. And they come out and maybe act unkindly to you. And I don't mean to say I'm not in control, but that's really how it feels, because I know my true self would never treat you that way. Know that in those times when I'm unkind to you, when I'm unfair to you, it's not really me. It's not really how I feel. The things I say, the things I do, it's not me, it's my fear, manifested and embodied. You make me want to do better and be better. I want to be better because I want to be someone who deserves to be in your life and who deserves the love that you so willingly and freely give to me without any attachments. I didn't know that kind of love was possible. I didn't know what unconditional love was until I knew you. And I'm still trying to understand it, because it's just something I never even could have comprehended or thought was possible. And I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. But I'm here for the long ride. I'm here for this journey. I'm ready to face the unknown because I love to discover. I just forgot that when my fear got the best of me, but I like facing my fears. And knowing that a greater love exists out there gives me the strength I need to face them. Thank you for embodying a love I never knew was possible. Thank you for allowing my mind and my spirit to expand, my consciousness to expand and grow just by being you. And let me get a few from here. Time has humbled me. I have learned the value in patience. Parents, with integrity and consistency, your credits are piling up. So for some of you, this could definitely be like a parent-child relationship, whether you're the parent or the child. Not for everyone, but this is something where, and you could have been like parent-child in another life, but in this life, you're something else. It could just feel like you have that type of relationship with this person. But I feel like you staying in your integrity and you staying consistent is what, like, it's like time won because you were consistent. It's kind of like slow and steady wins the race, but it's not that you were slow, it's that you were steady. Like, you kept showing up as you. And so you, like, because all this fiery energy, it burned itself out and you were still going. And so this person saw something in you because of that. They realized something, because how could you still go? How could you still be consistent? How could you still have your integrity? And so it's like you showed them what was possible. You turn, for this person, you make the impossible possible. Like what they think or perceive as impossible, they see you do it, like on the daily. And so you really, that's why they said, like, you expand my consciousness. You expand what is literally possible in my reality, because when I see that it's possible for you, I know that it could be possible for me. So your soul very much helps this person. But it's like all you ever have to do is just be you. Be genuine to you. And I feel like for you, that comes naturally. Like, you can't not be you. So you're kind of perfect for this person to help them in this way. And they are being humbled by time. And maybe they've spent time away from you and that's humbled them, because they realize how little time we really have, how short it is here, and how it's important what you do with that time. So that's all for this. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. So pile 3, this cool looking rhodochrosite. What are the messages from your person's higher self? 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and 10 of Wands. Okay. I know I effed up. They didn't say effed, but I don't want to get in trouble on here. So, I know I effed up. I feel like I hate myself. This is not necessarily their higher self, because they wouldn't hate themselves. You know, this is, you know what I mean. I feel like I hate myself. I want to punish myself. But I know that I can't be self-destructive, because I know that that's not an answer. And that's not going to fix anything. But I feel like I need to do something with this pain and this anger. It needs to go somewhere, because it's just bottling up inside me, and I can't keep it in anymore. I'm hurt. I feel like I don't understand anything anymore. Like, I'm questioning my entire reality, my existence. I'm questioning everything. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to believe. I feel so lost. and so confused and scared, like I don't know what to feel or how I'm supposed to feel. I feel like I messed something up and I'm really afraid. I'm really afraid of what will happen. I'm afraid I made too big of a mistake. I'm afraid I've cosmically effed up and there's no way to fix it. There's no way to go back. And I'm really scared of what's gonna happen now. Despite all the fear and angst I feel, there is some strange feeling that exists alongside it. I don't know exactly what to call this feeling because I am unfamiliar with it. I can't tell if it's a good or bad feeling. It just feels intense and strong. I feel it in my heart and my stomach. And it's growing. And the more I focus on it, the less it hurts, the less the pain hurts, the less I'm afraid. So I think it might be a good feeling. I think maybe this is what faith feels like. Maybe this is what it's like to believe in something you can't see. I never understood it before. When people would pray to a God or to their angels, I didn't get it because I just couldn't connect or feel anything beyond what I perceived my reality to be. But now that I'm questioning everything, I'm feeling like anything could be true. Because how can you ever know for sure if something is real or not? My mind feels like it's on a trip. I don't know what's going on. But it's almost exciting. I feel like I feel every feeling all at once. And it's overwhelming, but I'm somehow also peaceful. It's confusing, but this is the best way I can explain it. I'm shifting, I guess, is what you would call it, is what they said. I'm shifting realities. Maybe I'm finally waking up. Maybe I'm finally not under a fog anymore. I feel funny. I feel loopy. I feel crazy, but I also feel like I understand more now than I ever did. I also feel like I have more clarity now than I ever did. I can't quite tell if this is good or bad, but it almost feels like I get to choose. It can be whatever I make it. I can mold and bend this energy as I see fit. I feel powerful in my own life. I feel like I might actually have some control over it. And I think I want to be brave and I want to start hoping and dreaming for my dreams again and maybe consider that they could be possible. It feels like I'm alive. I felt dead for so long and I feel like I've been brought back. I'm alive again. And I'm ready this time to make every moment count. I appreciate life. I appreciate life now. I appreciate the little things because there are no little things. And this time around, I know I'm going to do it right. I've learned from my mistakes. I understand them now. I understand why I made them. And now I know how not to repeat them. I know you can't see it now and you won't understand now, but things are going to be good. I'm going to make a big change. I'm already changing and there's nothing I can do about it, and I don't think I want to. I think this needed to happen. I think this is an answer to my prayers that I didn't even fully believe in. I think I'm going to be okay. I think I'm better than okay. I'm alive and that's what matters. And I want to be alive for as long as I can be. wholesome. Okay. Space in reverse, drama, and new. This person is coming back. It's like they were sucked out of the world into outer space, had this transformation, and now they're being sent back into the same situation they left. But the difference is they are different. They are brand new. And so they were taken from a situation that they really felt they couldn't do anything about. And they're going to be put in that same spot, but now everything's different because they're different. And how they go about this is going to be different. So just watch is your message. Just watch and see what happens. Because it's going to be a show. But you're not going to be in the show. You're going to get to be the audience this time. You're going to get to have your popcorn. Just relax. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time.